Okay, good morning, everybody. This is Michael Colon with Messer Financial Group. Thank you so much for taking some time out of your busy schedule to hang out with us and hear about a carrier doing some expanding in North Carolina. Now, I did want to say it was kind of weird because the title went out saying, hey, this is a new carrier. This is actually not a new carrier, but they are going to be new to certain areas, but they are amazing. So before I go into that, I just want to welcome you all. Thank you again for taking some time with us. For those of you on this call who are not familiar with Messer Financial, or for those of you who are new with us who are not really sure about all the things that we do, we're a local FMO here in North Carolina. I think we are the last standing, truly local FMO who has not sold out to integrity. And I actually say that with pride because I feel like we're such a great company because of you guys and our staff that we don't need to. We can stand on our own 2 feet. We can keep on keeping on without everything else. But the good thing is that even though we are not part of that, we have so many things to offer independent agents. There's a unprecedented support. We have all the carriers that you would need, and we have a great staff of people that can help you out. I did want to mention really fast. There's a couple of things that we can do to make your life a little bit easier, right? We do all of our contracting. All of our contracting is done in the same place through Assurance Bay on our website. Everybody pretty much uses that platform, but it makes contracting very, very easy and seamless. No room for error, which is fantastic. For those of you who have been with us for a while, we have a couple different programs. One's called a Medicare Star program, and one is called an All-In program. Basically, the difference in those two programs is access to things like health insurance, like true group health insurance. You're an independent agent. You're going to have to go get health insurance either on a spouse's job. Maybe you go and do short-term medical because that's your forte. We actually have true group health insurance available to agents who are all in with Messer Financial, who've been with us for at least 12 months and have 200 apps on the books. And it's a very, very great plan. I don't know any other FMOs that are offering true health insurance to their to the people who are contract with them. So that's one thing that's really, really important. But we've got with the Medicare Star program. Basically, if you had all of your Medicare contracts with Messer Financial Group, you get access to things like a free AHIP test, free E&O, free client-facing website, free leads to start off the AEP. We give you leads based on production because we want to reinvest back into your business and help you guys continue to be successful. So I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time going into all of those different things. If you have questions or concerns or comments, you can call our office, 704-568-9649, and we'll flash that up at the end as well. My direct extension is 7732, and you can call and talk to me if you'd like to. But any one of the other marketers are here to help. Anybody in producer support. We have a great team of people in contracting that do nothing but process contracts and help get everything pushed through for you guys to be ready to sell. But we also have a proprietary platform for quoting and enrolling, not only Medicare Advantage, but also ACA. So it's all in one place. So you're not having to learn 5, 6, 7 different enrollment platform systems. It's all done right there. For those of you on this call who actually participate in the ACA, it's going to be great because, again, instead of using like a Health Sherpa and then an Aetna platform or whatever, you're doing everything in one place. So we really, really appreciate having those things available. Again, we are trying to do everything we can to reinvest into your business to help you be more successful and to help you spend more time doing what you do best, which is selling. Okay. So, Chudamar, if you want to go ahead and go to your slide, I'll go ahead and introduce you. So the carrier that we're going to be talking about today, guys, is Alignment Healthcare. Now, Alignment Healthcare is based in California. They are operating they're expanding into Arizona, and they've been in North Carolina for quite some time. They were primarily overseeing the first Medicare Direct, First Carolina Care MAPD plan that was only available in Wake County. And then this last season, they actually rolled out their own branded Medicare Advantage plan, and they expanded into Wake, Johnson, and Chatham counties. Now, there's a couple of things, and I'm gonna gloat on these or dote on these guys just a little bit. I love Alignment Healthcare for multiple reasons. Now, I love all the carriers, don't get me wrong, but Alignment Healthcare has something, a model of care that is second to none. And, Chudamar Altizer, who is representing them today, will go into a little bit more detail about that. But one of the reasons why I was looking at plans for my parents, because my parents actually live in Wake County and all their friends. And when I heard about Alignment Healthcare's model of care, not just their health plan, but the actual model of care, it made me so excited. And I ended up putting my parents on a plane with those guys because I wanted them to have access to the Alignment Healthcare model of care. Because my parents get very sick, or if they need help or whatever, I wanted to make sure that they had the best care and it was coordinating with their doctors and everything else. So that's one thing I'm going to say about these guys. The second thing that I'm going to say about these guys, and as you can see on the screen right here, you can see how they have a little stock ticker right here on the NASDAQ. So, of course, Humana, United, all those guys have got fantastic plans, and they're on the NASDAQ, but you're looking at $300-400 for one share of stock with those companies. These guys are trading at, I haven't looked this morning, but I think they were trading around $20-25 for one share right now. And I'll be honest with you guys, I mean, I own stock in this company too, because I believe in them so much, and my portfolio is doing fantastic. So for those of you who are into the stock market, you might want to check them out. So not to steal too much of Shudamar's thunder, but these guys are fantastic. We're really excited to partner with them, and to help them grow and them turn around and help your customers. So without taking up too much more time, I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Chudamar Altizer, and that's all on you.
Thank you, Michael. I appreciate so much. I'm happy to be here this morning, have enjoyed the collaboration with Michael over the years. Alignment Healthcare has actually been in North Carolina since 2015. So I have been, I'm the market president for Alignment Healthcare. I have been a North Carolinian for 23 years. So really know this market well. My years of experience have been in North Carolina and South Carolina. Love the Carolinas. My previous position, I was with Cigna Healthcare on the commercial side of the business, kind of managing the health system and the provider relationships. And when Alignment wanted to come into North Carolina, originally with the partnership with UNC, and they're like, look, come on over and join us. I mean, I, from a personal experience, has that hesitancy. It's like, why do I want to go to this little company? And why is it that you guys think you can compete against the national payers? I mean, why do you even want to bother? And I think that the compelling reason why I decided to join this team was basically the mission that they had. I mean, as an organization, our founder wanted to find, John Kao wanted to create this company where his mom can get the very best care and, at the late stages of her life as a senior. I mean, our seniors should not settle for anything. And he saw how fragmented healthcare was. And he's like, I got to fix this, So hearing those stories and the fact that, he is committed, and we're like clinical at heart, because we believe that we're that extra set of hands that can help with the care coordination, with everything that's happening with the systems, and the fact that patients get confused, they don't know where to go, they don't, we decided as a company that we're going to help work with the physicians and the hospital systems. We have this awesome technology that has been created, homegrown. It's our secret sauce. We call it AVA, which is the Alignment Virtual Application, that's able to tell in real time what's happening with the patients, because of the fact that we're able to, especially in North Carolina, you guys, I mean, we're on the electronic medical record system, EPIC. And then, when we came into North Carolina, we originally partnered with other health plans, to be able to take full risk. That means we are financially responsible for that population. So that means, we create our own network, we create our own product designs. We're able to do everything ourselves so that we can get a full 360 view of the patients. And then we're able to create alerts, and we're able to get information from the doctors, the hospitals, the pharmacy, and we put it into Ava to be able to, in real time, to see what's going on in patients. In our California office, we literally have sort of like a command center that has these multiple screens that really shows you what's going on with the patient in each of our markets. So I'm really happy to be here. As Michael said, we have in California, we're a health plan. We have 85,000 seniors that are on our MAPD plans. We're expanded in Nevada as well, in Clark County, in Las Vegas, and we have roughly 2,000 lives there. And then we're in North Carolina, where we work with, so Alignment Healthcare, we work with 2 health plans, Alignment Health Plan and First Medicare Direct. So today we're talking about the Alignment Health Plan that brought the products. It's our sister company that brought product here into North Carolina in 2021. So what's the value proposition of Alignment Health Plan? I mean, do we look like everybody else? Everything's kind of similar, but to kind of get to know us a little bit more, I mean, we have 5-star in Part D, we're 4-star in Part C. Our goal is to get to 5-star in Part C so we can be that plan that can sell all year long. You see, we have a 93% ranking CMS Medicare and you. We're over $1 billion annual revenue, and our market cap is like $5 billion. That was an exciting day in March, at the end of March on 26, when we're able to go public. I mean, that took 6 years of hard work for us to be a publicly traded company. We have over 700 plus employees. When I joined the organization, I think we only had like 300. Our NPS score, is very high for a healthcare company. And as I said, we had 85,000 members, and over the last 5 years, that's a 36% CAGR. That's a tremendous kind of growth. And, Michael talked about our clinical model, and our clinical model is highly important to us. And I think over the years, you probably see a lot of people are just now trying to replicate what we have in this particular market. You may hear of Oak Street coming in and all of these other things, and Agilon and some others, and even Landmark, but they don't exactly do what we do. I mean, we have real clinicians that are here in our market, kind of watching over your clients that are on our plans. Our admits per 1,000 run about 150 to 160. Because we feel like not every admission is required, well, not every medical service is required to be inpatient. So we review for medical necessity, because we think like if we can divert one inappropriate admissions, think about it, $11,000, we can spend a lot on what we can offer as far as benefits and services to the seniors. So, and then of course, as we mentioned, we're in 22 markets, when we do have California, Nevada, North Carolina, 36 plan options. And as I mentioned, AVA, which is our command center. So we create this very state-of-the-art, sophisticated, everybody says it's about data, data, data. But, as you go around, what are people actually doing with data? A lot of times the data are old data, and it's like, a lot, I was the previous, with my previous company, I mean, our data was 2 years old. I mean, what can you really do with 2-year-old data? You're just kind of like working in backwards. But what AVA is being able to do is being able to do real time, so that we can risk stratify our population. It's just amazing what we can see. We know how many drugs, medications are on, how many diagnoses and disease process they're going through. So that can help us create a plan of care. Every day, our clinicians are having rounds to discuss the patients that we're managing, and collaborating with primary care to see what we can do to make sure that we're in front of them before anything bad happens to them. And what does that mean to you? For you to have clients that are being kept healthy. That means renewals, longevity, that they're going to be around with us for a while. And that's a good thing for all of us, so that they can continue to have the quality of life that they deserve. So as I said a little bit, so about our AVA. So AVA is, it's like I said, it's a proprietary population health platform. And like I said, it predicts, monitors, and track changes our members' health status. It's real-time clinical, and it gives us codings and alerts on what's going on with the patient. As I said before, it helps us to reach out when and if the member needs help, and it basically, gives us an opportunity to make sure that everybody is on the same page as far as the care of the patient. We share the data and the information with the primary care. And like I said, the algorithm that we have created, it has 200 types of data that refresh every 15 minutes. It has the acute care census. We know when our patients are in the hospitals. It creates opportunities for reporting for us to be able to outreach our patients so that we can have outstanding stars and quality measure closures and be able to really perform. Like as I said, we want to be a 5-star plan. And it gives us a complete view of the patient 360. And like I said, you don't want to even know, it's mind-boggling the algorithms and alerts that is created in this AVA system to be able to really help us understand what's happening with the patients. So what does that mean? So we get that data. That data is able to help us create really innovative, extremely valuable benefit designs. And we're kind of we believe that, we can create benefit designs that are tailored to our population. So we have what we call access on demand concierge service. So when they sign up on our plans, you get that 24/7 concierge where they can call and get help with anything they need. Our supplemental benefits, we have transportation, gym, you hear that a lot, but we have pet care for those that qualify for it. If they go in the hospital, who's going to take care of their pets so they have an opportunity, to have boarding benefits? We have dental benefits, companion care, personal emergency response system, hearing aid, pest control. Who would have thought that is, a benefit? Because, we are able to see, because our clinicians actually go in the home. We go in the members' homes when they can't go to the hospitals or anything, to check in on them, to give them their treatment, to make sure that they're doing okay. And we see the home environment and we see what they need. And some of them, we're like, you know what, it's, let's keep their homes healthy and let's do pest control. Who would have thought that? Vision, so, all our plans have vision benefits. So when you look at, we have pretty rich over-the-counter benefits, drugs, and you see what it's utilized with the Black Card. You can take the Black Card and you can see it's accepted and recognized as many of the local stores around here, Walgreens and all of these, Walmart, etc. And so the Access on Demand Black Card can also be used for groceries. We load our wellness rewards program in there, meaning that sometimes we reward them and says, hey, if you get your annual wellness visit, or if you come in to our care centers, or if you agree to do a Jumpstart assessment with us, which is our kind of our version of annual wellness exam on steroids, that means, we can reward you with a gift card, $25 or something for the use, and that's kind of loaded into there. So as I said, our Black Card gives you assistance 24/7. As I said, the OTC grocery benefits are loaded onto the card, and they're loaded on the first of each month. And remember, unused funds do not carry over. Grocery dollars are loaded on the first of the month for those that have the grocery benefits, and Healthy Reward dollars last until the end of the calendar year. So the Access Black Card is a credit card, so we want to make sure that it's kept and secured. And so you see the benefits that we've had, what I've just shared with you. We have been here in Wake, Johnston, and Chatham County. so excited that we can bring our benefits to other parts of North Carolina because, we're really right there at ground level. We want to be there to take care of the patients. We can give you care anywhere. That means if the patients, the members cannot come see us in our clinics, we have nurse practitioners, doctors, physician assistants that we can send out to visit them in the home and making sure that they get the care that they need. And all of the services that we're giving is actually at no cost to the members. I mean, it's just part of our program, what we do. You don't have to worry about, copay, don't have to worry about us billing for those services. That's why Michael put his parents on there. He's like, wow, why would I not want this? So when we're looking at expanding into our new markets, we're excited to go in 12 additional markets. So we're going to be around the triad here, with Forsyth, Guilford, Davidson, Davie, and Wilkes. And the reason we chose those particular county is because we're working with Wake Forest Baptist Health and their physicians. And so that's kind of like where their footprints are. And right now, we're not yet participating with Novant and Cone Health, but you never know, that could be subject to change as we continue to work on enhancing and broadening our network. In the Mountain Western North Carolina region, we are, as you can see, we're going to be going into Asheville, Buncombe, McDowell, Mitchell, Transylvania, Avery, Henderson, and Madison. So we're going into those counties, working with Mission Health, HCA, so we have all of their physicians and hospitals and providers contracted. So that's, as we look at it, that has over 372,000 Medicare eligibles. And we realize, that the Medicare Advantage penetration is probably in the high 50s, right? But we feel like we can still compete, go in there and get the and offer our plan as, to those seniors. It's very interesting when I've met with some of the senior leadership in some of these health systems, and I said, there's a lot of plans out there. I mean, do you think it's even worth an effort for us to try to come out there? I mean, do you just say, forget it, Chamar, just, don't even bother, leave things alone out here? And they said, no, we believe, this is from the senior people in these health systems. We're like, no, we believe you should come in here and compete because the beneficiaries out in this particular market need that choice. A lot of the bigger health system, yeah, they probably come in big and, they got the brand name and everything, but they're not as connected at that, that level of the clinicians and be able to integrate the care appropriately for the population. And so that's what we bring to the table. And so with that, we have, as I shared with you, what are pending CMS approval, and this is only for us to kind of just share with you. So these are the products that we're planning on bringing to the marketplace. So we have NC Premier, which is our HMO plan here that we currently have in Chatham, Johnson, and Wake. We're going to add that to Henderson. So it is a traditional MAPD plan. Our targets MAPD switchers, the agents. It's got rich overall benefit package, and as I said, pet sitting, post-discharge meals. It has a strong HMO network and kind of like built, kind of centered around our UNC partnership. So that's why you're like, why those 4 counties? It's because UNC has hospitals and providers presence in those counties. And then we're really excited for those of you that are new to this, but that's not new, in the Triangle market, we have formerly, now today, a plan called NC Platinum Point of Service Plan. So that plan is currently available in Chatham, Johnson, and Wake. For 2022, it's going to be available to all our expansion counties, the 12 that I just mentioned previously. And we're actually going to rename it AVA HMO Point of Service, since that is our brand, and we want to start using that so it gets the recognition. for we basically, this is a virtual first HMO. So it's going to target agents, and it's got rich supplemental package, as the same similar benefit what I mentioned, but it has a point of service option for out of network inpatient services. So this is more, for the plans for the people that are kind of just savvy. They like to be able to use more virtual healthcare. So we feel like this is a good option to give them that opportunity to kind of decide what they want to do in their care. And then we currently have a product that's NC Duals HMO. We currently have a product called NC Plus Plan. So this is going to be called NC Duals HMO for 2022. It's going to be available in all counties. So this is our true dual special needs plan. And obviously, it's going to target the low-income dual eligibles. A lot of zero copay for duals, supplemental benefits that are, OTC, grocery, post-discharge meals, companion care, worldwide emergency, dental, kind of similar to what, is you guys see in a DSNF, and we feel like it's going to be really competitive to compete out there. And then kind of new to North Carolina, we're excited to be bringing PPO, and it's going to be available in all 15 counties, that's here. So it's going to be a PPO plan with virtual first options. So that means that we actually have virtual primary care providers. If they want to access the virtual primary care providers, the copay is $0. But if they want to see a primary care, let's say in person, it might have a $35 copay. This is going to, basically the benefit design is going to target the med subs, PPO switchers, the agents. We feel like it's going to have really competitive benefits with a combined in and out of network, maximum out of pocket. So I think we're really excited about what we're going to bring in 2022. So with that said, that's kind of pretty much what I have to share with you today, and I am open for questions and anything you want to hear about us.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you for that, Chudamar. I appreciate it. So there's one question on here about what does AVA stand for again?
Alignment Virtual Application.
Alignment Virtual Application. There was another question about, did you say that the Cone Health Network was still being worked out?
No, I said the Cone Health Network is not in network, but we haven't talked to them yet, but we're pretty sure, it's going to start getting recognition when we come in. So so right now they are not in network, but when we're talking about Guilford County, we have the physicians groups that are like Cornerstone Healthcare, and I think they're really popular physician group, but they're kind of owned by Wake Forest Baptist Health, right?
Yeah, and what I can do for you too, Shanmar, is there are several people that are on this call that are pretty heavy producers out in the Triad in the Western North Carolina. I can just ask them, different physician groups that would be beneficial to be in network, and then we can see if we can put you in touch with them and go from there. I did want to say a couple of things, because I feel like there is, you guys have an amazing HMO plan, and I talked to a lot of insurance agents, and they mentioned how they just don't like HMOs. And I really think that we should probably do a better job helping retrain even seasoned agents on HMOs, because HMOs are not a bad thing. I mean, your doctor may be in or out of network, whatever, but I mean, the fact that you've got an HMO POS and they don't have to have referrals to go see specialists is a really big deal. And I don't know, I think that there's a lot of people that they hear HMO and they immediately freeze. But I think the coordination of care with the benefits and the plans and the doctors and then the hospitals and all the different things are super important. So even having access to a system like AVA to help keep your customers very, very healthy and out of the hospital. I mean, there was a percentage there for your readmittance rate, which was super, super low compared to other plans, is super important. So I do want to say that. I mean, I am excited that you guys are going to have a PPO in all of your counties, because I think agents are just, they're prone to selling PPOs. But don't overlook the HMO, guys. It's a fantastic, fantastic plan, and the benefits are second to none, which is just awesome. Let me look in here. There's another question that popped up. this is a similar platform to Kaiser Permanente, correct? You might want to answer that. I would say no, just because Alignment Healthcare is not a hospital system like Kaiser, and Kaiser rolled out their own MAPD plan. So this isn't the same thing. I don't know, Shudamar, if you want to speak to that.
Yeah, I agree. Because Kaiser, they kind of have their own hospitals and their own physicians and their own providers, and that's who you have to go see, right? With us, we have our providers, clinicians, and clinics are just an enhancement to the network. We still have the provider network out there in the community and the health systems that we choose to partner and work with. So I think it's a little bit more expansive model than the
Yeah,
Kaiser.
yeah, yeah. I would agree with that. I would agree with that for sure. Let's see here. So, a question about enrollment. So you guys are utilizing virtual or electronic enrollments, correct?
Yes, we do. We have a pretty, I don't know if you want to comment, Michael, on the FMO, I mean, the alignment platform for brokers. We do have a portal.
Yeah, it is pretty user friendly. I mean, I've been in there. I like it. You can take an application right there. I mean, you have your own sign in, so that the policy is yours. It's not just going to go somewhere into randomly cyberspace or whatever, and then have to fight for your commissions, which is really, really frustrating. I guess it is worth noting too that you guys are paying the full CMS approved street level commission. So some people are always asking about, oh, am I going to get paid less? But no, that's not the case. Um, let's see here. So somebody's asking about how coverage is out of state. So I don't know if you need to be, Sherry, if you want to be a little more specific. I mean, obviously, like with any MAPD plan in an emergency situation, you can go anywhere. And if I'm not mistaken, you can go to any urgent care as well if it's an urgently needed service and still be kind of in network. So I'm not really sure if that's what you're
Yeah.
asking. If that's not what you're asking, you can type in another question. And then another person is asking about details on the benefits. He mentions without Novant and Cone, you are very limited in Forsyth, Guilford, and Davidson. So, Shudamar, I don't know if you want to pull up your existing plans benefits to just look at briefly. Obviously, we know that they may be a little bit different in the other counties, but for the time being, to see what you currently have, because I think you guys have a pretty strong benefits package. I mean, again, when you're just um, comparing them to other people, I mean, I mean, your OTC benefits much higher. I mean, I've been very satisfied with them, and to be honest, I'll tell you guys this too. When Alignment Healthcare first came into the market, some of you know that. I mean, I've always been an agent for 14 years. I had a book that I was servicing, and I only work off of referrals from family and friends. But I feel like it helps me keep my edge with knowing what's out there in the different markets. And when Alignment Healthcare came out into North Carolina, like Shudamar said, back in 2015 or so, I was kind of looking at their plan. I didn't do anything with them in the first year because I was nervous, just like everybody else. New plan, new carrier, new benefits. Are they still going to be here in a year or two? And the more I got to know them, I put my own parents on a plan when I was comparing the benefits to some of the other major players, at least in the Wake County market. I mean, the benefits were just second to none, and the handful of people that my parents have referred to me that I actually put on this plan all still have a plan with alignment. None of them have moved, and they all get the letters, and they all get calls from other insurance agents, and the carriers are sending out their bulk mail. And I'm telling you right now, I have not had one person call me to switch to another carrier. And every single year, when you look at the annual notice of changes and just have the open conversation, every single person has said, I am satisfied with my plan, and I am not interested in even entertaining other options. So I feel like the strength there is a huge plus too. But
All right.
anyway,
Yeah.
here's the benefits right there for you.
Yeah, and let me give you a commentary a little bit about the 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 climate and the political stuff that goes on in that market, right? I don't know if you guys are paying attention, but you know,
Can you make it a little bit bigger, Mark?
sorry about that. And I can certainly
That's okay.
send it if you guys want to see. But, you know, the reason, you know, we went with Wake Forest Baptist is because of their physician network presence. They have a huge amount of physicians, and there's been some dissatisfaction with the Novant physicians. And I don't know, you guys might not notice, but a lot, pretty significant groups are jumping ship and joining Wake Forest Baptist Health. So that's part of the reason why we went with Wake Forest Baptist Health initially. And then hopefully, I think in time, we'll be able to bring Novant to the table and have them join our network. And I think, you know, from a historical perspective, we've been in this situation before. And, you know, in Wake County, when we went with UNC, and then next thing you know, 2 years later, we now have a full network. And Michael has experienced it. So now we have Duke and Wake Med as well, you know. So
Yeah,
we
it's a
can,
big deal.
but we will continue to work on enhancing it, you know. So I think from a physician strength perspective, we have a pretty strong network with the Wake Forest Baptist Health and Cornerstone physicians.
Awesome. So these are the current benefits, guys. I mean, obviously, we don't have the 2022 benefit overview quite yet. I mean, we just have how carriers roll. They roll out the expansion counties, and then usually sometime in the beginning of mid to July, we have the first looks, and then we can talk about those. And obviously, we'll get those out and we can talk about them when they launch. But you can see right here what they've got, and I mean, it's pretty impressive. I mean, and even the fact that their MOOP is one of the lowest on the market too, which is fantastic. But anyway, this is kind of where it's at. I don't see any more questions. If anybody else has any last questions that they would like to ask, you can type them in the little box. We're happy to address them for you. I did just want to mention again, we are here for you guys. We're really excited to be partnering with all of you to help you have a successful, not only AEP, but a successful year, right? We want to help you guys write more business all year long. So there's something that we do that's pretty cool, depending on if you have an upline and how it works, but we give you mailers based on production. So if you've got, for every 8 apps you submit throughout the year in a month, there's a specific amount that you get for marketing that you can use either for mailers, or if you've got your website that you want to keep on building out, or radio advertising or whatever. We've got plenty of options there for you. We're piloting a few different Facebook ad campaigns that are actually starting to yield some leads. We've got a few people on this call that are actually piloting that with us right now, so we've got that. But we want to help you guys be more successful. So whatever we can do to reinvest back into you guys, that's what we're going to do. And part of that is partnering and having great companies like this available to you. And
I believe, Trayvon Lois should be on the call as well. So he's our broker account manager, and he does a great job picking up the phone and supporting you guys in whatever you need.
Yeah, Trayvon's been really, really, really great. And we appreciate everything that he does. Hey, there's another question here about the dental. I guess underneath the dental benefits or the comprehensive dental. Yeah, it's a dental buy-up. It's asking if the P is for premium. So that's so there are dental benefits that are included on these plans, guys. But if they're kind of like Humana's got that dental buy-up option on the application, there's a buy-up option on there as well. All right, and I don't see any more questions coming through, so we're gonna cut you guys loose a few minutes early. Rather say we're gonna do this for an hour and let you loose, 15 minutes early than tell you it's 30 minutes and then keep you for an hour. So we do appreciate everybody for hanging out with us today. Again, if you have any questions, please call the office 704-568-9649. My extension is 7732. But we've got anybody in producer support, anybody in the marketing department is here to help you answer questions. You can actually go ahead and get contracted with Alignment Healthcare right now if you go to messerfinancial.com and then hover your mouse over top of Agent Resources and then click on Online Contracting. It will bring you into our Assurance Bay online contracting link, and you can actually request Alignment Healthcare right there. All of our amazing people back in contracting will process that, and then you will receive a follow-up email with a link bringing you specifically into an Alignment Healthcare webpage where you will complete your onboarding and then do your certification. Now, I'll tell you right now, if you do it right now and do the certification, you're only doing it for 2021. So you might want to wait. I don't know, Chudamar, do you know when your certifications are going to be out for this year?
Oh, gosh, I think we're going to start them, and we might even do some on-site ones in August, or, I think we're trying to target August or so. That's what I'm
Okay.
hearing, Mike.
Okay. So either way, pretty soon you guys will see the 2022 certifications up there. But like I said, you can go ahead and contract with them now. We'll get you set up, and then we'll send out the links for the onboarding, finishing up, and then the certifications. And then, of course, after that, you're going to get access to an Alignment Healthcare broker portal, which is where you're going to actually get, you can take applications, enrollments. You can get all the information that you need, look at for benefit, all the stuff that you need is right there on their pretty comprehensive broker portal. And then, Shudamar, let me ask you this too: Are you guys giving out paper applications or sales kits for people to fax in or mail in, or are you guys going 100% virtual, or how does that work
I think we'll still have some kids. So,
for next year?
um,
Okay. Okay. All right. Perfect. Well, I don't see any more questions on here. So, Shudamar, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Really excited about the expansion. If you guys are into the stock market, you might want to go pick up some shares of their stock, because I tell you what, I can't wait for that thing to go to like $200 or $300 like a United or a Humana, and then I'll be very, very, very happy. So
me,
anyway, really great company. Yeah, it's super exciting. But anyway, thank you everybody for joining us this morning. Thank you, Shudamar. I will be in touch with you. Hope everybody has a fantastic rest of your week, and stay safe out there. Thank you so much.
thank you so much. Bye.